Hi, I'm Dan, and let's drink some LaCroix. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Dan Drinks LaCroix, YouTube's best and only sparkling water review channel. My name's Dan and I'm your host, and I am so excited to get to bring you another video. But before we jump into this week's review, let's look back at some comments from our last video on the flavor Sunshine. RB226R8 says, "Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and so it is with Dan and his LaCroix tastings." Well, that's great, RB. I appreciate it that you are more fond of me, that I'm posting so many fewer videos. Nevertheless, thanks for watching. Thanks for the comment. Our next comment comes from RHTQ1, and they write, I can kinda see it as sun shining on the grass and flowers. Yeah, I get that. I think Sunshine is definitely a summer flavor. And while it's not made its way into the rotation completely for my season, yeah, I'm not gonna say no. If somebody hands me a can of Sunshine LaCroix, I'm into it. Our next comment comes from Hunter the Yankee. Hunter writes, "You are making me want to start drinking it." Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear it, Hunter, and I hope you're able to find some LaCroix wherever you find yourself in the world. And finally, Alex Flanagan from the UK writes, "Super curious. Never seen this one before. We'll keep an eye out." Please do, Alex. And I happen to have had some sparkling water when I was across the pond, and I enjoyed it. I don't think there was a specific UK flavor that came to mind, or not flavor, but brand. Nevertheless, it was quite enjoyable. And actually, I found a really interesting can of water at a coffee shop in Manchester. I'll have to look up and see where it was and what it was. But nevertheless, it made me think of all my international viewers like yourself. That's it for our comments this week. Comment down below on this video, and I might respond just like this on our next video. I also want to say a special word of thank you to the 167 subscribers that have subscribed and got that notification bell on. This is such a silly and fun thing to get to do, and knowing that there are dozens of people around the world who want to watch this content means so much to me. So thank you for subscribing, and thank you for tuning in and staying hydrated. It's super important, and you know that, and I know that. And videos like this help everybody be reminded of how important it is to drink lots of water. Now, to that end, water is inherently really political, and I encourage you, wherever you are, to do some research and find out about what water access looks like in your communities, what it means to have or not have clean drinking water. Also look up PFAS, or forever chemicals, and just how specific corporations have been polluting drinking water for generations, and some of the side effects of what that means. Familiarize yourself with the law here in Minnesota that's called Amara's Law, and why that's so important. And also make the best choices you can whenever you are consuming water. And I understand that drinking canned sparkling water is such a privilege, and one that I don't take lightly, and that's also why this channel is both absurd but also incredibly serious, because everybody deserves to have access to clean, free drinking water, and I believe that. So look up what water access looks like in your own community, and pay attention to what's happening internationally and in your own states or principalities, and see what it means whenever corporations are taking control of water rights and mining and polluting and all that. And as a Minnesotan who lives blocks away from the Mississippi River, it's something that I take very seriously. And speaking of things that I take very seriously, we've got another review. So let's get into it. This week's flavor PineAppleCocoNut. LaCroix's PineAppleCocoNut was released in late 2025 and is generally praised as a refreshing, quote, summer in a can flavor that tastes like a sugar-free, bubbly pina colada. All right, let's open it up. Let's get this into a glass. Nice. All right, friends, here's my review of LaCroix's PineAppleCocoNut. By the way, I'm joined by Wallace, or at where.is.wallace, who is not a fan of sparkling water, but we'll get his reactions here in a minute. So first of all, this can, great colors, super summery. We've got this like red and green and yellow, like super either Jamaican or like Caribbean. So you've got some rad colors going on here. This flavor itself used to be a part of the Curate line of LaCroix in those taller, skinnier cans. And I think this is simply just LaCroix repackaging them. We saw them do that with the mojito flavor. We saw that with the blackberry cucumber or Mire Pepino. And so this is just, I believe, another rendition of that. We've got it in the glass here. So, oh, aromatic. Okay, so the most similar flavor so far is going to be the coconut flavor. This for sure, you get hit with that same coconut. So some people will say it's going to be a little bit like drinking sunscreen. My question is, how do you know what sunscreen tastes like? But that's not me. But then you do get some of that sweeter pineapple element, certainly on the nose. This one's also served chilled. This one's been in my fridge. You're probably going to get a different experience drinking it at cold temperature or room temperature. But let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so you do get a little bit of the creaminess from that coconut, which is very much, as we said, LaCroix's already got that coconut flavor kind of dialed in. But then you get that really kind of bright, blooming crescendo of a pineapple. So it's a little bit sweeter. Don't hate it. Definitely described as summer in a can. Totally, I could see taking this to the lake, to the beach, maybe on a trail if you want to pack out your cans because you got to recycle. Pretty tasty. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Let's get a second opinion here, though. Wallace, you gonna try this? You gonna try it? What's it smell like? He's not into it. That's okay. So, maybe your dog likes LaCroix. Mine does not. What do you think? Have you ever had PineAppleCocoNut LaCroix? What do you think? How's it taste? Put those comments down below. Yeah, it's refreshing. It's summer, it's fresh, it's tasty. I do want to say one just absurd question, though, to National Beverage Corporation or whoever is making LaCroix now. There's a lot happening with the capitalization on this can. PineAppleCocoNut. The P, the A, the C, and the N are all capitalized. What's going on there, buds? Figure that out. Anyway, would I drink this one again? Yeah, I think so. Is it going to be the one that I gravitate towards? Maybe not all the time, but if someone offers me one, I have no hesitation saying yes to this beverage. Anyway, I hope you have a terrific rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, drink lots of water. See ya.